I remember like it yesterday, man. When I was 9 years old, I grew up in the inner city in the hood. I was one of five kids. I was the middle kid out of five. My mom had all of them by the age of 23. We grew up like most kids in the hood, where you come home sometimes. Man, I used to always check the light switch just to check to see if the electricity was on. Sometimes open up the refrigerator and wasn't nothing that much up in there. Freezer didn't have much in there. Cars didn't always work. Electricity wasn't always on. Didn't always have new stuff. Um, and because of that, my mom, who was basically a single mom, my dad was coming in and out of the house, through his situations with, substance abuse. I remember my mom being sick a lot. I remember my mom being stressed a lot. I remember her, no matter what happened, she just continued to work until she basically worked herself into the ground. And me seeing that, me seeing someone who had an impact on us the way she did and the community around, I just felt like I wanted to do something to change that. I just felt like at the end of the day, seeing somebody who had that major impact and who cared for people and that much, and seeing them basically look like life was happening to them and life was beyond their control, man, it does something to me. And I was only 9 years old, so I remember I went to church one day. Mom used to take us to church all the time. Matter of fact, she took us so much, I used to think we had a drug problem because she drug us to church on Tuesdays, Fridays, Saturdays, and sometimes Sunday. But it was one particular day. We were in church. And as I was sitting there doing what I was doing, whether paying attention or probably not, I just heard something in the back of my mind say that I need to go to the pastor after church. I need to have him to pray for me. Because by that point in time, I got tired. I got sick and tired of seeing my mom in a situation where it seemed like it was taking over. I got tired of seeing someone so impactful, so powerful, seem like they were powerless. I saw somebody who was uncertain about where sometimes the next meal was coming from. And so what I did, man, after church, man, I went to the pastor and I just asked the minister, could he pray for me? And what I thought was going to be a simple, prayer between me and him or conversation between me and him, he stopped everybody in the church. And I told him what my situation was, and he told everybody that Donovan wants to change his situation. Donovan wants to make an impact. Donovan wants to do something different. And Donovan wants to help his mom. And so he prayed for me, man, and at that time, I didn't really feel anything. Ain't nothing really happened at that time on the outside. But something major happened to me on the inside. Because after that moment, I felt in my life that I was now being able to take control of my life. I felt like what I saw in my mom had that major impact in so many people that's the type of person I wanted to be. I wanted to be somebody that can impact other people. I wanted to be somebody, that at the end of the day, that can control their circumstances, that can grow up, that can help people. And so that's what I did. From that moment, I began to live a life on purpose. I began to live a life with intention. And I dedicated my life because of that moment to living a life where at the end of the day, I'm going to continue to live a life forward and dominate every situation. Through adversity, up or down, that moment taught me so much about what and why I'm doing the things that I'm doing now. So there you go, bro. That's a quick little thing, man. Break it apart. Looking forward to how you dissect it and make that thing come alive, bro.